Hey guys, this is YGO Silence coming at you with my Darklord Predaplant deck profile. Now this is a very fun deck. It's got a lot going on in it, as you're going to see in this profile, but trust me, it works. Also, before I want to get into the video, I definitely want to talk to you guys about the reason for my channel. Now, a lot of times when you're going through YouTube, you're going to see the same thing over and over again. You're going to see like those pure profiles where they're just talking about the best way to run an archetype in the pure form. And that's true. And it's very important because that's the basis for all other deck building, and you need to understand the pure form first. But I feel that mixing up archetypes and using different engines and trying to be creative with your deck building is actually very strong, and it's how you get to be good as a player. In that, if you're running, pure Dark Lords, people know what you're going to do. All right, people know, hey, this is how the archetype works, and they can counter it effectively. But if you splash in different engines, if you find ways to think outside the box, it really strengthens your deck as a whole. And the whole point of this channel is I want people to look at these different variants of decks and try to understand them more. As you guys already saw, I already posted a Darklord video. All right, you guys know how Darklords work, but this is the more advanced form of the deck that really is, I think, far more effective. All right, now anyway, this deck has a lot of stuff going on. It's got lockdown power. It could go first or second. It's got a ton of draw power. It's got a lure. It's got trade-in. It's got Ixchil in it. Almost a quarter of your deck is draw power. So it's very easy to burn through this deck. All right, but anyway, that being said, let's get right into this video. All right, run 3 Ixchil. Ixchil is super strong, best Dark Lord. I also love the artwork. Fantastic card. There are 14 targets for Ixchil because there are 15 Dark Lords. So if you have an Ixchil in your hand, there are 14 cards in your deck that you could possibly send to the graveyard to draw, which is very, very nice. Next, run 3 Superbia. Superbia is the main card you want to hit with Ixchil, because if you get Ixchil and Superbia in the grave, which happens a lot, you can just contact for Superbia and get both of them out there. And a lot of times, if you open, let's say, Ixchil, Superbia, and Contact, instantly you get that. And a lot of times, you'll throw other cards in there, too. It's very easy to go off of this deck. Next, 2 Nostin. Nostin's a strong card, and I say that in quotation marks. All right, Nostin's really good, all right? When you're running the pure Dark Lord deck, he was a required 3 of because he had a ton of targets, and you could go into him real easily. But the thing is, in this different variant, there's a lot less cards you could throw into the grave to summon him, and also, you're not really worried about bricking as much, which Nostin kind of solved in the pure version. So running 2 of is more than enough for this deck. Also, it's only a 7, so it's not a trade-in target, which sucks. 1 Zerato. Zerato's strong. It's got a Regeki-like effect, and you don't run any board wipes in this deck, so it actually really is helpful for clearing out your deck. If you go Superbia Zerato, you could do your rank 8 plays. Very nice. All right, those are the Dark Lord monsters you're going to run. Next, the Predaplants. So you run 3 Lone Fire. This lets you go into any of your Predaplant monsters. There's a few you would be going into. You could either go into Orphis Scorpio to go into the Orphis Scorpio engine with Darling Todia Cobra, or you could go into Klamdosundu. Orphis Scorpio is very strong in that it is part of the 1-card combo I mentioned previously in this video, where if you have this card, you could end on a field that is very, very strong with 1 Drident, 1 Chimera Flasia, and 1 MX Saber Invoker. So it's very, very strong. And there's 6 cards in this deck that allow you to go into the engine. But also you have Klamdosundu, which allows you to effectively go into any of your fusion plays very easily. And the reason I put Predaplants and Dark Lords together is the relationship Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon has with these 2 archetypes. In that, because you're filling your graveyard with so many high-level Dark-type monsters, they cannot kill Greedy Venom Fusion Dragon. They kill it, it wipes the board and comes back. They kill it, it wipes the board and comes back. You cannot out this card. Add on to the fact that it can negate effects and reduce attack to 0 once per turn, and it's 3,300. This thing is very, very just stocky, difficult to out, very strong card. All right, that is all of the Predaplants you run. Next, now guys, I am sorry. This deck does have a zoo engine. All right, I feel like a scrub playing it. All right, but it is a small engine. In fact, there you go. That's all you got. It's one Zodiac card. So I run this because Trident is strong. All right, there's a reason Zodiacs are meta. All right, and I try to avoid playing meta as much as possible, but I think the absurd nature of this deck and how many different things are going on, I think I'm allowed to play a little bit of Zodiac. All right, 3 Vanity's Fiend. This deck offers some very strong lockdown. You could easily get Vanity's Fiend out with the amount of special summoning you do. Also, you play 2 Darklord Christia. Darklord Christia is a trade-in target, and it can be summoned off of Superbia's effect. Very, very effective in any Darklord deck. 2 Gamma-Seal. Alright, now Gamma-Seal, I love main decking Kaijus. Alright, if you know you're going first, yeah, you could pull Gamma-Seal out, which will be shown in my extra deck, or my side deck. But I love Gamma-Seal in the deck because it's just great to eat up monsters. You just tribute it over. There's nothing they could do. And also, I mean, it's a trade-in target. I mean, it's just a strong card. So that's kind of your miscellaneous monsters, I guess. Next, your spells. Now, you run actually 27 monsters. All right, so you run a lot smaller of a spell lineup. You run 3 Contact, 3 Banishment. All right, these are required for any Darklord deck. All right, and I do consider this deck a Darklord deck. Banishment, Contact, it really helps you go off, extend your plays. Next, Draw Engine. You run 3 Allure. Now, there's a ton of targets for Allure. There are 19 in this deck. So Allure is almost always live. All right, same thing with Trade-In in an effect. There are only 8 targets for Trade-In, all right, which I try to keep, you know, if I'm running a Draw Engine, I want a lot of targets, all right, but there are a ton, and with the other draw engines working at the same time, you're actually able to go into Trade-In a lot, all right? You always want to use Trade-In before Allure because you don't banish the card, all right? Next, your 1-ofs, 1 Soul Charge, and then 1 Ultra Poly and 1 Refusion. Ultra Poly is for the 1-card combo, and Refusion is if they destroy Chimera Phlasia, you can actually just search Refusion and then Monster Reborn the thing, so it's real nice to have in the deck. Alright, so that is your main deck. Alright, now we're going into the side deck. Or not side deck, extra deck. I'm sorry. So starting off, your Predaplant fusions. Alright, 1 Starving Venom, 2 Chimera Phlasia, 1 Greedy Venom. You could possibly run more than 1 Greedy Venom. I only run 1 because, you know, I just like having the option there. 2 of is strong, but the way this deck works, I mean, Greedy Venom fusion, once it's on the field, it never really leaves it because you destroy it and it comes back. All right, it's just very difficult to out. Galaxy Eyes, these are the only ones I really like. Dark Matter's okay. It's not that great. You know, I like these more. Big Eye, okay. I've never actually gone into Big Eye. Big Eye is just kind of there for kicks, just on the off chance I get 2 Nostin out, both of them. It's even more unlikely in this deck, but and also Nostin only has a strong once per turn summon clause, so you can't get 2 out in 1 turn. So going into Big Eye is very unrealistic. I'm probably gonna pull this out for, I don't know, maybe a Dark Matter, maybe a second Trident, maybe a second Greedy Venom. All right, but I don't know yet. 1 Zombie Stein. Zombie Stein is 4,500. It's just a fat attacker that you could go into. 1 Heretic Sun. 1 Hope Harbinger. 2 Dark Knights, Lancelots. These guys, man, their stun factor is just incredible. This deck hates board wipes, all right? You really got to worry about those because if they main deck, you know, Regeki, 2 Dark Hole, you know, Interrupted Kaiju, you are in trouble. All right, you really do need to watch out for those cards because they can destroy you. All right, next for the 1-card combo that I keep mentioning, 1 MX Saber Invoker, 1 Hammer Kong, and 1 Trident. You could run, you know, more Tridents, I guess. You really don't need to. This is all you need. All right. Now time for the side deck. Side deck is really just up to your personal preference. I run 3 systems down because I hate machine decks. 2 more Kaijus if I know for a fact I'm going, second. 2 Ghost Ogre, 2 Darklord Tez, which is just the Darklord hand trap. 3 Rebellion. Those are the things I side if I know I'm going first. It's very nice. And also, I played the most absurd Lyrilusk matchup, and Darklord saved my butt. And then all of the board wipes. Okay. Now let's talk about this combo. Really quick, it's a strong combo. If you open with any of these 6 cards, alright, you have the combo, alright? Any Predaplant, Orphoscorpio, any Lone Fire. Alright, so let's say you got 2 cards in hand, alright? Because it is technically a 2-card beast you have to discard. So you have 2 Orphoscorpio. Normal Orphoscorpio, activate the effect, discard, and search, alright? So if you want to just go straight into starving, you could go Clamdosundu, which is a free starving, which is fine. But I like doing the big mama of combos and going into Darling Tonia Cobra. Darling Tonia Cobra's effect goes off, allowing me to search Ultra Poly. Now, Ultra Poly, a lot of people were saying this card sucked. I don't know what people are talking about. This thing's incredible, alright? It allows you to just extend your plays beyond belief. Activate Ultra Poly. Now, it does cost 2,000 life points, and you will find you're going to be doing more damage to yourself than your opponent is, because Dark Lords cost life points. Ultra Poly cost life points. You'll find that you'll burn yourself a ton. But anyway, Ultra Poly, go into Chimeraphlesia. Alright, Chimeraphlesia is the best of them because they offer a banish. Alright, so then Ultra Poly is in your grave. Banish Ultra Poly to summon back these 2. Alright, so now you have, oh look, 2 rank 3s on the field. Wonder what we're doing with this. So you overlay, go into MX Saber Invoker. Detach 1. Go into Whiptail. Alright, now, obviously, real straightforward, Hammer Kong to Dryden. Boom. You have a Chimeraphlesia, an MX Saber Invoker, and a Dryden. The MX Saber Invoker really doesn't matter a whole lot, but these 2, you have a banish, and you have a destroy per turn. Alright, that's real nice. Allows you to do a lot of stuff. Alright guys, thanks for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Feel free to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time.